Hey everyone, it's that time to get some cash stuffing. Now, things are a little different this week. I'm posting this video while I'm on the road driving home from Florida. We were visiting my sister for my nephew's first birthday, and they just got a house. So we were helping with some, like moving in, getting stuff put away where it needs to go. So I typically cash stuff on Saturday, and then I post the video on Sunday for you guys. But I'm not going to be home until Monday. And I don't want to be behind. I would much rather get home and my envelopes are all set. With that being said, I'm not going to be counting what's in my envelopes because it's going to be pretty inaccurate because I haven't spent anything out of these this last week. Now, while I'm on vacation, I don't bring my envelopes. I will track everything like I normally do on my transaction sheet. Like I'll bring that with me just so I have a way to see what I spent the whole time. And yeah, spending is always different when you're on vacation. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks. This isn't like a vacation where, you're out and doing all the things. We're just going to be hanging out for my nephew's birthday, maybe go to the beach. We're not doing super expensive things, but it's tough because my husband, he can't come. So he'll be spending money at home while we're spending money out there. But again, I don't see us spending a ton of money. I'm looking forward, though, to coming home, and my envelopes are already done for the week. So all I have to do, it's a lot of work. All I have to do is take out the money that we spent while we were there. It's just a lot to come home and then have to stuff for the previous week. Not a fan. I get overwhelmed, and from when I cashed stuff previously, it's those lessons learned that I'm much better off just stuffing ahead of time. Let's see. I finally got some lights. I've got 2 lights here, and I have a lapel mic. So this is going to be interesting to see how this all turns out. I tested the mic and it's definitely working, but I'm not sure how it's going to sound once I get into my editing software. Hopefully, main goal is that it sounds better, right? I am looking forward to the end of the month and getting to combine bills. I am definitely, let's see, gas. Oh, this one's definitely gonna take a hit while we're gone. Put 75 in that one. Sorry, I haven't even been saying how much I'm putting in all of these. I'm just yapping. If you are new, I have this chart that I follow, and it just tells me what goes where, how much each week. Golf, that's $70. That one's pricey. $500 bill. Yes, I use prop money. I've discussed this before, but I'll say it again. I use prop money. I don't like the idea of having all of this cash in my house. Like, my goodness, what happens if there's like a fire and all my money just goes poof? So I keep it in the bank, but I use prop money that matches our banking to the dollar. That way I can still see, because I tried it before without and it did not work. All right, this guy is looking chunky. But again, I cash stuffed for the week I'm on vacation, and we're leaving tomorrow. So I'm already I'm basically cash stuffing like 2 weeks worth in here. So that's why it's a little thick today. Haircuts, $15. How are we doing? Ooh, I'm almost out of. You know what? This one I am going to put a 20 and take a 5 back. So I can do that. Here we go. Health and beauty, 15, 5, 10, 15. Probably should have done the same on this one. Yep, we're going to take a 5 back and throw a 20 in. Hobbies gets 20. And some of these are already getting, like, I'm curious. So hobbies, this one I am curious. 50, 70, 90, 110, 122. If you're new to my channel, on my sheet, I have my yearly goal. I don't do a monthly goal because I budget by 52 weeks in a year, not 12 months in a year. Because I used to be a math teacher, and the 12 months kind of throws me off because, some months I'll have more weeks where I stuff than others. So I just go by weekly. I take the yearly goal and divide by 52. But then I have a max for each binder. So I need to save $1,040 for the year for band, because that's to pay for the kids' band fees we do homeschool band. So that pays for their band fees. And then I have a little bit of wiggle room for any maybe repairs on an instrument or something. But I never want more than $600 at a time in the envelope, because their band costs $420 a semester for both kids combined. So I don't ever need more than $600. So that way, if I get to a month where I'm already maxed out at $600 and I need to put $20 in, instead of putting $20 in this because I haven't touched it or I'm at my max, I'll take that $20 and roll it somewhere else. The goal is to roll that into maybe extra car payments or into my folder or my binder sleeve that's specifically for savings challenges. All right, homeschool gets, I think that's 20. Yeah. This guy is a little sad, but we just paid for homeschool PE, so that's why that one is a little down. Household is 20. Kids activities is 10. This is one where I am also going to, yeah. So 10, let's take this out and pop in a 20. I am going to do something different this week moving forward with my holiday binder. I've kind of discussed it in other ones. I've kind of talked it out on camera. So when I get to my green binder, I'll show you what I'm doing. Miscellaneous, I put 20 in that. I haven't touched my miscellaneous fund. This is our 4th week going back into cash stuffing. We cash stuffed years ago, moved to electronic, back to cash stuffing. And oh my gosh, we can already tell a huge difference on our lack of spending. Really, we're doing so much better now that we're like seeing the money. All right, out to eat gets 60. We haven't even touched this. Well, again, I just stuffed for next week while I'm gone. And then now I've got some extra. So this one's going to look pretty beefy, but that's just because I'm stuffing ahead. All right, pets. Ugh. My IOU went up, which is not the way I want it to go. So I owe 50. However, I owe 130. It gets 50. So all we're going to do is adjust this. Oh, my pen's up here. So instead of owing 30, we now owe 80. One step forward, 2 steps back is what it feels like. Oh, I have a new envelope to add. I don't have a pretty sleeve for it yet. Where did it go? I made a little post-it. Where did I put it? All right, hold please. Oh, I found it. We have a new one, and it is called retirement. My husband retires in 2 years from the military. Oh, I don't like that. Now the money's going to be, oh, let's see. Do I have any? Okay, I'm not using this challenge right now. So we're going to just flip it this way so I can attach it. Okay. My husband retires in 2 years from the Coast Guard. And it's funny, this idea just hit me when I was at my catering job yesterday. I picked up a catering shift, and I was thinking, you know what? When he retires, I was catering for a retirement. No, it was actually a promotion ceremony. But the company does mainly a lot of military stuff. So retirement parties, promotion ceremonies, those types of things. And I was thinking, you know what? He's going to retire. He's going to be in for 22 years at that point. Now, he could stay in longer, but as of now, we're looking at him leaving in 2 years. it's a huge deal that he's made it, 22 years in the military. So I want to celebrate for him, and I want to have the fancy cake, the good food, all that jazz. So I want to start putting away $20 in our retirement fund, I guess. Basically, think it was like a retirement party type fund for the next, I guess, 2 years every week. That sounds like a ton of money for a party. I don't know if we'll spend all of that. But, I also want to get him a really nice retirement gift and those types of things. So the best way to be able to do all those things is to save for them. I don't have money planned for this yet. What I'm going to do this week is I'm going to take a $20 bill out of my miscellaneous and move it in here. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to fund this every week, because right now it's not in the budget. So either I'm going to have to wiggle some money from some other envelopes so that they're not getting as much, and then I put it in here. But as of now, I'm just going to do that just so I have something started. That's honestly, to me, another good spot to put our savings challenges money. I can do that because technically we want $20 a week in there. It doesn't have to come from the sinking funds. It could be a spot that I use for my challenges. So maybe I move this envelope into one of my challenge binders. That way I know I want that money to go in there. Okay. And vacation. Last but definitely not least, this is my favorite binder, is my holiday binder. It's where I save for all of the holidays upcoming, big and small. I normally put $5 in every single envelope, except for Christmas and birthdays. Those get more. However, I am thinking that instead of doing that, I want to put all of that money into my savings challenge games, because I was discussing this last week for like last week's sinking fund video, that it is too much if every single time I'm saving for a holiday, here's Father's Days, for example, that I'm marking $5, $5, $5, $5 every week. I put it in there. It's redundant. I would much rather use, let's see. I've got this guy. This is an example for Halloween. Instead of doing $5 every week in here, I want to make this one of my savings challenges. And once I finish it, this is worth $50. Then I can just do a lump sum of $50 into the envelope. So that's how I'm moving forward. So let's see. I can't remember. I think I added a challenge. So let's see how much money I need to pull aside to put into my savings challenge fund. 5, 10. I think I'm going to do these too. Yeah, 15. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, not that one, 65, 70. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was 70. I threw myself off there. Okay, we're going to take $70. That's what I put in my vacation, or not vacation, my holidays and seasons. And I have, this is my big A5. This is where I keep money back to the bank. This is actually cash that I started with, and I decided to use prop money. Cash for stuffing. So in an ideal world, I'll pick out the exact cash I want to put in here to have in my tray. We'll see if I get there. Here we go. Cash for savings challenges. This is, I just realized I had a catering shift yesterday, and they, in the app, I can already see how much it was, and I made $70. That is also going to go in here. So I have $70 that I would have put in my holiday binder, and I have $70 for it's like a 4.5 hour shift yesterday, so not bad. That's going to go in here. That means, and I won't use all of this in 1 week, but it's just where I store my cash for cash stuffing. That way I already have it pulled aside. All right. So cash for savings challenges. Then I have a folder here, extra car payments, womp womp. But to be fair, I already pay more than I'm supposed to every month. It's budgeted as part of the bill. So I already put more in there every month. Savings challenges. This is where I'm going to be putting challenges, like the extras, once I've filled out. Oh yeah, see, here's my Christmas one with blanks. I need to fill this up some more, but these are blanks that when I run out and I need a new one, This is the Quilting Bee Savers, which is so much fun. And then here's some more money. Oh, and I did get my extra big one. So these are my 52-week challenge. So, all right. I think that's it. Yeah, that's this week's cash stuffing, which is technically like 2 weeks from now or a week and a half. I don't know. But all I know is that when I get home from vacation, my goal is that I don't have to do that part. All I have to do is pull out what we spent, because that's just going to make things a lot easier for me. Because then I also have to, unpack and deal with all those things. So I'm trying to make my cash stuffing as easy as possible for myself, because, when things are easier, you're more likely to continue doing it. So that is why we're going that route this week. I did pre-record my $2 Tuesday and my Quilting Bee Savers video for while I'm on vacation. I'll still be around and checking my phone for, any comments or anything on the videos while I'm out. I just was not going to be able to, film and stuff while I'm on vacation. So I'm excited that I had the option to do that. Well, thanks guys. And I will see you on Tuesday for $2 Tuesday.